Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's time.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wrestling with Toxicity. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am, of course, your host, Super Beer Vince Hoover, joined as always by Super Bro, aka the Booker, Jason Hoover, and we are here to watch NXT Heatwave and talk about all the goings on and wrestling and everything going on. So it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. I've missed this, but you know, sometimes we all need to take a break. You know,
things happen, things come up. Let's go ahead and turn this up a little bit so I can hear what's going on. All right. One thing I kind of want to touch on is that apparently there's been some particular dirt sheet, I don't know which one, is reporting that Lacey Evans is being released or asked for her release.
Okay.
But I've also seen others that have kind of refuted that a little bit, but maybe it's an ongoing thing and somebody just heard early. Lacey Evans could be departing to WWE, but you know what? Yes, Kel, I got the soundboard working. I figured it all out. But if it happens, it happens. It's not. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's not going to be a huge loss. They never did figure, after getting her off the Southern Belle character, they never did figure out what to do with her.
And the thing is, they had a perfect opportunity to be for her to be a decent face, and that whole Marine, you know, gimmick.
Yeah, they were trying to build it, but I think they were forcing it down people's throats. And the second she came out, she got booed, and so they ran with it, and that was the wrong thing to do. And just And then she's had some kind of, you know, really controversial things to say on social media, which we won't touch on. But like I said, it isn't going to be a huge loss. Like, nobody's even noticed that she hasn't been around. I hate to say that, but
and it's sad.
I think
she's got talent.
Yeah, but I think maybe her doing her businesses on the side and everything else she's doing will be better for her. So, also, I love the fact that Tony D'Angelo and Stax are tag champions.
Heck yeah.
I absolutely love it. I did watch that pay-per-view or premium live event. I to be honest with everybody out there, I have not been watching much of anything in this break time. So I'm a bit behind, but I did watch the pay-per-view, which was amazing. And I thought the Dyad was leaving. I thought their contracts were up in August and they were done. This might be their final match.
It might be.
What are they more worried about, that being schism? Two men that are no longer in NXT are winning tag team gold. They've been on a crusade for the Creed brothers.
You might want to call it Creed deranged syndrome, because they're definitely the head.
Wait, did Vic Joseph just say two men who are no longer in NXT?
Yes.
And then he mentioned the Creed brothers? They got called up?
Not yet.
What?
I think they're working. It's a transition period right now.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, they're opening.
Introducing first the challengers, representing Schism, Rick Fowler and Jagger Reed, the Dyad. And their opponents, they are the NXT Tag Team Champions, Channing Stax Lorenzo and the Don of NXT, Tony D'Angelo.
All joking aside, though, Booker, the big question, does Joe Gacy, does he have the Dyad game ready for tonight?
Come on.
In all seriousness, are they looking elsewhere?
No, serious. It's no secret that the schism has been haven't been on the same page. We've been looking at the Dyad pretty much going out there taking care of business. We'll see if this group can come together here tonight.
Reed trying to come out of the gate quickly, and the Don was waiting. The Don was ready. And look, when you take a look even further into this matchup, the family did the right thing and to help Ivy now.
Go ahead.
I don't know, like, because again, I mean, something could have been worked out with the Dyad, you know, before, so maybe they've re-signed eventually, but I just don't know. Like, if nothing's been worked out, and I haven't seen anything about them re-signing, and they had posted about August being the end of their time in WWE, it just feels like they're not gonna win. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that sucks.
From the Don, still to come tonight, Wesley Dijak. The winner will face Carmelo Hayes. The winner will become the #1 contender to the NXT title next week.
Give me Wesley versus Carmelo Hayes, please, for the love of God.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, that would be a good person for Carmelo to lose to as well.
Yeah. Like, I know he hasn't been champion too long, but I have heard that. Well, I've also heard that the higher ups in WWE are really high on him and Trick, so it could be time for them to go to the main roster.
Join Bobby in the Street Profits.
I mean, maybe, or just do their own thing.
I don't know. I think that picture, that one picture, has influenced a lot of possibilities for everyone in it.
Yeah.
Folks, if you don't know what picture we're talking about, there was a backstage picture taken with Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, the Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and I think Omos was in it too. And someone retweeted the picture saying new Hurt Business. Yeah. You know, and with current storyline going the way it is, the Hurt Business and Bobby Lashley, not the Hurt Business, Street Profits and Bobby Lashley are hooked up. And by the way, when Bobby came out after that, he got a huge pop.
So did the Street Profits, because people are wanting this, and I think that, you know, I think another thing I saw, like, it was an opinion piece, but it made sense. That after Bianca won and then immediately lost in 95 seconds the title to Io Sky, that having her turn heel and joining up with them, it gives you another Judgment Day. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
So even if you don't add Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes to that, you still got the 3 men, 1 woman faction of similar to the Judgment Day, and you know the Bloodline, they're literally just taking time off. Jay, which by the way, let's get this out of the way. Jay has not actually quit. It is a storyline. The fact that there are people who think it is real blows my mind. Why would WWE literally tweeted out that scene of him saying deuces ooses, and they go, and this is from WWE's official Twitter, has Jay Uso quit the WWE? If he's actually quit, they're not going to do that.
No.
They were just smart. They knew his contract was quote-unquote up at this time. I'm sure he's probably already re-signed. They all need time off. They've been carrying the entire business now for years. Like, give them some time. And out of all of this...
Go ahead.
Out of all of this, Jimmy's been injured multiple times. Jay has been nonstop on for over 3 years now. If anybody in that group needs a vacation, it is that guy.
Although, someone was talking about a speculation thing and having Hunter talk to the people at Impact and letting Jimmy wrestle in Impact. I know it's just like that fantasy booking and stuff like that. But I think it'd be great to see Jay 6 months in Impact.
That's not going to happen.
No,
not going to happen. And honestly, what would be the point? Impact is the only one that's going to benefit from that. WWE doesn't benefit from that. Impact does not have the audience that's going to help WWE. As good of a product that Impact puts out, first off, what they're currently doing to me is terrible. Having brought back all these old guys and letting them kind of like Bubba Ray and or Bully Ray or whatever, and you know all those guys, and like the whole show seems like it's just a like one of those really bad. Well, it seems like one of those really bad Hall of Fame shows you see at a fairgrounds. And
even worse.
And like they need to not Like, so, like, it doesn't benefit WWE in any way. Oh, they could get to use their talent. If WWE really wanted that talent, they'd have that talent.
Mm-hmm.
There are not that many people on Impact that they want that bad.
And supposedly Nick Aldis is now a producer in WWE.
Yeah, so either he is a producer or is trying out to be or whatever. Which, as much as I love to see Nick Aldis wrestle again, I'm sure he didn't take that job. Like, he wasn't forced into it. So this is obviously something like maybe he felt his time in the ring was done. That is a great choice as a producer. Like, I really think he gets it from that side. Like, I think that he'll get it from that side. So I think that's a great, great grab if he is going to be on as a producer. I love every second of that. Yeah, Jay needs time off. Like, let the man have time off. It does him no good to go to Impact and end up, like, he'll be like Roman Reigns level there, which is great, but it doesn't help him because he'll come back and not have gained anything. It will not elevate him in the slightest. The only thing it would do is possibly make the storyline look quote unquote legit because he went and worked somewhere else. But you don't need that. We also know that Jimmy and Jey Uso have made enough money to retire. They are well paid. So I'm not like...
Plus, on top of that, they talked to Samoa Joe and learned his little tricks with realty and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not.
They're not hurting for money ever again.
But a lot of like what's going on is I see so many people like, oh, there was an AEW All Elite Jimmy or Joseph Fatu is All Elite graphic. I'm like, yeah, made by a fan.
Yeah.
I promise you the place he's not going to go is AEW. I know Jimmy has talked to Cody enough.
Yeah.
To not go there. And now you have, CM Punk going right back to his bullying ways. Like, he is right back on his shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, it wasn't even, 3 weeks before he started that shit? And then he's just gone full blown with it? Like, dude.
And honestly, the only thing that really interests me right now with AEW is the MGF Adam Cole tag team thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time watching AEW. And it's sad because there's so many wrestlers there that I love. And it's just... I mean, honestly, like... Adam Cole, I think, is one of the best. I think MJF will be one of the best at the end of the day. Samoa Joe... I think Wardlow is being wasted. Like, there's some potential there. Miro's being wasted. There's so many people there that are so good, and then it's just the only thing anybody talks about is this CM Punk, the Elite stuff, and it's just like, come on. And it's not about the wrestling. And apparently Ricky Starks and CM Punk got into some backstage altercation. Ricky Starks is amazing. Go ahead and screw around and find out. Let WWE get Ricky Starks and see what happens.
Like, I don't even know.
Ricky Starks
would probably spend... What did you take? 3 months in NXT and then head straight to the main roster?
I don't think he goes to NXT. I think he main rosters.
Really?
And I think he comes in at like a Rumble or something. He main rosters. I think he has a short stint in the mid card around the Intercontinental title or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's in a world title, like, because he's that good. He's very, like, Shawn Michaels-esque. Not the biggest guy, but he's hell of good on the mic, and he's just super talented in the ring, and he gives 110%. And, like, Shawn Michaels in the 90s minus the overly inflated ego and shit. Because
Right.
from all I understand, Ricky Starks is pretty, like, chill backstage. And that's the other side of this fight. How do you piss off somebody who, from what I understand, now, of course, this is all rumors and innuendos. I don't really know that many people in the AEW locker room. You know, like Roderick Strong's really the only person I know well, and I haven't spoken to him in a couple years. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what goes on in that locker room, but Kel, you scared the ever-loving bejesus out of me. I was not ready for that. I wasn't expecting
Thanks,
it.
man.
Holy fuck. All right. Anyways, yeah, like Roderick, like is the only person, like I said, but like I don't know what it's been like for him since being like I haven't spoken to him since he had his I think I spoke to him once when he like first joined NXT. It was right before becoming part of Undisputed Era. That's how long it's been since I spoke to him. It's been several years actually.
Ooh.
And but I don't know how it is in that locker room. But from what I've understood, is that Ricky Starks is a super chill dude, and like very respectful. Like he knows how good he is, but he's also not an egotist. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just to get him pissed off enough to like almost get in a fight with somebody. I mean, that's big.
I mean, and there are other people that supposedly got sent home by CM Punk. You know, like the head of talent relations, Christopher Daniels. You know?
Well, what happened with that? I missed that.
Yeah, so apparently he walked in when Christopher Daniels was about to walk into the building. He was told that he was being sent home because he wasn't needed tonight by Punk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And Tony's letting this happen.
There's a video that got posted today about the locker room being in utter chaos. By the way, I know we're not talking about it much, but this match is really good.
Yeah.
These guys are doing a great job.
Ooh.
I think he handled that well. Like
I think he did
played
too.
it off. I think he played it off like he took a forearm to the back of the head. I was wondering where she was. Is that the Creed brothers? Yep.
Well, maybe they're not all followers. D'Angelo. Cover. The family retains.
Unusual.
Here are your winners, and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, Training Seth Lorenzo and Tony
I like that.
A good play.
Joe Gacy's befuddled. Booker.
You did just see that, right?
I did, and I saw this. Ivy Nile came out. Everything that happened just last week, all the followers, Joe Gacy, Avy, but these two followers.
I'm glad to show her that she just didn't back down really either.
Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo witnessed what was going on and took full advantage. We said business was booming. As business continues to.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't expect him to win anyways, because like I said, they might be on their way out, but...
Mm-hmm.
As the family celebrates tonight.
Oh, dude.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, sir. We are back as well.
Nice. Good to see you again, Rocky.
How do I move forward fearlessly and keep a strong heart?
I don't know what to do with Eddie Thorpe here. He is so uber talented, but I don't know if this, like, and I greatly appreciate him doing the whole Native American thing and really jumping on that. But, like, man, I just don't know if it's working or, like, what to do with him.
Dance is healing myself, protecting the spirit of my people.
I don't know.
Each vibration emits a healing reverberation that I feel in my soul.
Today is me and my
Congratulations,
girlfriend's
Rocky.
anniversary. Congratulations, Rocky.
Feel the energy of the NXT universe. When they show it back, they can feel mine. That connection stems directly from my connection.
Like, I've watched a few Thorpe matches from New Japan and stuff like that. And he is highly talented, highly motivated.
Jack and I will meet again.
And I mean, I appreciate the program he had with Kemp, because Kemp's his actual brother.
Yeah, he nice.
Right.
Hey, what'd you say Miles' name was?
And so that was a good program, but I just don't know where to go with him from here.
We got the big one over there. There he is. Doing champ things.
Italian food's always a good choice, Rocky.
So busy this
Speaking of
Yeah.
Italian food, I got some cool things cooking up tomorrow night on the Geeky Kitchen. You're going to want to check that out.
Part of the job, man. Hey, why you coming at me for? What you got to worry about DiJack tonight? Look, don't tell me what to worry about, all right, dog? You know I got it. As a matter of fact, you should probably finish signing all these up rather quickly because once I finish beating DiJack, the only thing you're going to be signing is a contract to face me at Heatwave. All right, well, you know what? How about you go do that? Then you can come back and talk to the champ. Okay?
Are you going to NXT No Mercy?
Say your mom's name was
Where's it at?
Bessie, okay?
That's the question.
Look it up. By the way, I also heard a rumor that Cora Jade might be getting called up here, like, right now.
Really?
Following contest
Yeah.
is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Rare Davenport.
They don't know much about that.
Why?
I think Cora Jade's ready, and then they're not doing anything with her on NXT.
No.
In Bakersfield? Oh, I'm definitely not going out there. I
Oh.
can't afford a flight to
No.
Bakersfield.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, remember, we're in Florida. That's literally across country. Dana Brooke seems to be getting a second life, or maybe you can call it a third life, whatever you want to call it, on NXT. Also, we've got Edge versus Sheamus
Friday.
Friday. It could be his last match.
Could be.
Last year, he said he's got about a year left in him. He wanted to have his final match in Canada. And they're doing the 25th year celebration anniversary thing. So this could be his final match.
And it's against Sheamus, you know.
Although I feel like this is setting up a program for Sheamus to turn heel again. And the two of them to go at it through Survivor Series, maybe. But he did
Possibly.
say he wanted his final match to be in Canada. And Toronto is his, hometown. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
I mean, there are speculations and rumors, but nothing confirmed.
But I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd put money on Edge winning. And Sheamus not being happy about it.
And Brawly Brutes really haven't been doing much.
I did like that Edge called him Pete when he said hi to Ridge and Pete on Monday night. Ow, some bitch. Just almost knocked myself out with my microphone.
Accident prone.
Yes.
Anyways.
But yeah, so it should be an interesting SmackDown. I know that, also like going back to the Jey Uso thing, I'm sure we'll get more about it on Friday, but they did kind of mention it on Monday, which again feels like storyline, because why would you bring up somebody quitting for real?
Yeah.
You can remember, like, when Bret Hart quit, which, by the way, I still think the entire Montreal Screwjob was a work. When Bret Hart quit, they didn't talk about him quitting. The only time Bret's name got mentioned was in the interview that gave us the Vince McMahon character in the Bret Screwed Bret interview. Otherwise, never brought up.
Same thing with Sasha and Naomi for a while when they quit.
Well, they were kind of buried. There was, remember, Michael Cole had that whole thing about them. Yeah, but that was them being buried.
Yeah.
So, and then they weren't brought up again afterwards. Which, by the way, another thing, if anybody was to go over to Impact, I would think it'd be Jimmy. You know,
Yeah.
Trinity Fatu's husband. Just saying. I just think Jimmy needs some time off because, again, he's been more so than Roman carrying the whole thing for over 3 years. So,
And
just
the
take some time
current thought process of everyone around the internet that I have followed is that Roman Reigns will lose the title when he chooses to, and not before.
Yeah, so supposedly it's up to him when he loses, but I call bullshit on that.
I do too.
I don't see a billion-dollar company bowing down to one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they don't bow. I mean, like, Brock doesn't even have that much pull.
Yeah.
Tonight I got you a match with JC Jane. Give you a chance to just work through some of these emotions.
Right, because you always know what's best. You know what's best for me. Why would you do that? Like, why? That's not even necessary.
That is a good question. Why would you do that? I've been asking myself the same thing.
Because I need her to work through some of this, the anger and the aggression. Get you back on the winning track. Thea, I just want you to be happy.
Whatever. Just try not to throw in the towel this time.
Duke, what the was that?
I don't.
You're the one that threw in the towel. Don't worry, I'll talk to her. Thea, wait up.
I don't necessarily like this Thea Hale storyline because I don't like her not being herself.
Yeah.
Making her way to the ring.
I want
By Kalani Jordan.
that bubbly, overly excited Thea back. That match with her and Tiffany was, I mean, it had a couple minor issues, but like pretty damn good.
Yeah, honestly.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Tiffany Stratton is already ready for the main roster too. And as a big player. And as a big player. Like, I think she's ready.
I think she could quite literally walk in, win the Royal Rumble, and that night cash in and win and hold the women's title for.
Well, Royal Rumble, you don't cash in. You don't cash in that night. Royal Rumble is a guaranteed spot at WrestleMania.
Right. Money in the Bank. Sorry.
But I could also see her winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I could
and
too.
then going on to WrestleMania and putting on a 5-star match with somebody.
So I'm looking at Dana Brooke and I'm thinking, wait a minute, are they trying to make her the next Natalya?
I don't know, maybe. Thank you, Kale, for liking our stream over on Facebook. Much appreciated. Don't forget, on all the socials, whether it be Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or whatever, make sure you like, subscribe, all that jazz.
You got to go out there and take care of business. That's what Dana Brooke said. But right now, here comes that woman.
So I saw a spot similar to that on an indie show. It was on TikTok. But the guy was just sitting like a dog on the apron. And the person springboard jumped off the top and double stomped on their back. But didn't do it like you're supposed to, where you're supposed to second your feet touch, you go weightless. They put all their weight into it, and the dude's back just like I don't think he might have been paralyzed. Like, it was it was disgusting. And I was like, this is why people need to be properly trained. Now, those stomps like that, where you hold the legs and stomp on it, that's getting real old real fast. Everybody and their mother does that now.
Can superstars over time, and I mean male or female, be thought of as a stepping stone, so to speak? I mean, we heard last night on Raw. Is that true?
You know, one thing about that stepping stone, Vic, you're always looking for that Randy the Ram to make you. So yeah, I get it. Trust me, I do.
Well, there's maybe some of that killer instinct as Dana Brooke rocking Davenport, now looking to plant her. Center of the ring, sit down style.
That's it.
Into the cover and boom.
I want to see somebody, and it's a little bit harder to do, like. I want to see somebody, like a Bronson Reed or somebody, do that move, like where they get him in the corner and pick him up, and they step out in the middle, and then. But I want to see them like jump up before the sit down power bomb. And I mean, and like he could only do it to somebody like say Ricochet. I know it's not easy to do. You're talking about a whole other human's body weight on your shoulders, but I want to see somebody like jump up and do that.
Right there off the steps.
Dr. Booker live on NXT this Tuesday. Yeah, we talk about assertiveness, aggressiveness. What the ring bell? That's a
Yeah, that was weird.
What is she thinking? Has women back into the ring?
Showing some of her violent, evil tendencies. Nope, mess up there.
Happens.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm confused, man. Dana Brooke has
She might get disqualified,
she's going to a dark place. I don't know what's going on.
What a right from Davenport.
This is the unfortunate part about missing some weeks.
Yeah.
Brooke able to counter. Shoulders down one more time. Another kick out.
Oh God!
Good night.
And if one was
I apparently am a few seconds behind you.
Good Lord, that first knee. Jesus.
dangerous woman in all of NXT is now stringing together some momentum here in NXT. Let's go back. I mean, right here. Bam! You called it, Book. That could have been the knockout blow. But this is what she loves to do. Destroy her opponents. One wasn't enough. She went for a second and walks away victorious tonight.
That is brutal, brutal, brutal.
Well, we're going to continue with the action here. There is Drew Gulak putting in some last-minute strategy with Charlie Dempsey as Damon Kemp looks on. Gulak is set to take on Trick Williams, who has a lot to prove tonight to the NXT Universe and to himself. These two go one-on-one next.
Should be a decent match.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So yes, we've got WrestleMania in Philly next year.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Survivor Series
I'm gonna make
this year?
I don't even know.
Look that up. Right
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say WrestleMania 42 is gonna be in London.
Maybe. I don't know if it'll be 42 or 43. Oh, Chicago. Or, well, Rosemont, Illinois, but basically Chicago. It's at the Chicago Allstate Arena. That should be interesting. Very interesting to see a very pro AEW crowd at Survivor Series. Huh. Your cat's going nuts.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, I can too.
That's nothing I can honestly do about that until I get a new place.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Anyways, so here's a question for you. Is there anything in wrestling right now that you're actually excited to see?
Well, one thing for sure, the upcoming Chad Gable Gunther program is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Chad Gable's. I don't think he'll win this go around, but there's an argument to be made that he could be the one to end Gunther's reign eventually. I do think Gunther, at this point, he's so close, you might as well have him. Instead of saying that he's the longest, reigning Intercontinental Champion of this century,
Yeah.
just longest reigning period, he's right there. So
I think what, mid-September, early September.
I think it's early September.
Oh.
I think it'll be before Payback.
So we can see him hold it till Payback.
It might be just after Payback. Look this up. So he has to hold it till at least September 7th.
Okay.
Payback. That's September 2nd. So he would be 5 days away from the record at the pay-per-view. So I'm sure he'll win there. But he could hold it all the way up to Survivor Series. Or lose it just before or something.
Okay, now here's a fun fact for you. The very first Intercontinental Champion, Pat Patterson, won it on September 1st, 1979.
Nice.
So tell me that's not
want to save one of those for yourself.
Kismatic.
You're not gonna have that title anymore to take pictures with.
You know what? How about you focus less on me and more on Wesley? Because as of right now, I'm the only one going to heat weight. Not you.
Not yet.
Oh, see what? See,
This is crazy.
when I looked all this up, I was told that today's episode was called NXT Heatwave.
The NXT title do be determined tonight.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall.
So now my thumbnail looks fucking stupid.
By Charlie Dempsey.
Oh well.
Thanks, guys.
True Gulak.
Well, I just can't believe the nerve of Damon Kemp. Do you see the shirt? Purse holder. Trick Williams, purse holder.
This should be a good match.
And not to mention, Mello's bag that was left from Damon Kemp as well. So marksmanship played early on here by the trio of Gulak, Dempsey, and Kemp.
Nick, can I ask you a question?
And his opponent, Trick Williams.
Yes?
Why are you always concerning yourself with business that don't concern you? All right?
Well, the business
Maybe
So Heatwave is next week.
well, the business
So I may very well recycle thumbnail.
Heatwave dragging off Trick Williams.
I'll change the captions, but I might recycle.
He's focused on tonight. He knows how grueling the contest is going to be when he faces Dragunov. Those two certainly on a collision course, but it's not business I'm concerning myself in. How would you feel as, whoa, Williams got caught and able to kick out. How would you feel if you had to walk around and see someone calling you a purse holder?
You know what?
Saying you're a bag holder.
That's one person. You know what they used to say? My mama used to say, sticks and stones make great.
Yeah, recycling is a good idea. And my youngest, Alexis, was sitting watching TV and quite literally curled herself into almost like a ball and just fell asleep like that.
Interesting. Nice to just fall asleep wherever.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to just fall asleep.
Oh, God damn.
Trick Williams just wants
Hell of a
to
drop
show
kick.
what he can do. And right now, what an uppercut. Taking Gulak down. And for Williams, he knows he's got to step out to step up. He's got to silence some in the NXT universe to do what he's got to do. You heard it, what he said to Hayes several weeks ago.
No, well, right here, he's a street fighter.
Oh, and Dempsey.
That was what I was talking about, Vic. You got to watch your back, son. It ain't about going out there and playing by the rules.
Well, the referee using his discretion because he certainly could have, disqualified Drew Gulak. And there's the numbers advantage as Williams trying to overcome. And Gulak, he's in there. Let's call it what it is, Booker.
No.
He's a savvy mat technician.
Let me tell you what it is, Vic. This call on the job training, man. And I like it. This right here gonna tell me a whole lot about Trick Williams tonight.
Williams starting to fight back with the biggest challenge of his career next week at Heatwave against Dragunov.
See that ankle pick right there?
I see it. You know, that brings up a good question. Why, if you're Trick Williams, do you talk yourself into this match tonight against Drew Gulak?
You got to prove yourself. Right now, you're stepping into the danger zone. But if you want to get to the big dance, you got to put yourself.
I wonder what they're gonna do about Dominic being North American champion. Like, are they gonna have? Are they gonna?
He was
gonna lose
at the
it
show last week.
No, I know, but like he can't be there every week.
No.
Like you need to get the championship back on somebody in NXT. So like, does he lose it at Heatwave next week?
I have no idea.
I really believe maybe premier trainer of the year. Yes, I said it.
But if you listen to DDP, he'd have Dominic go over every single match he's in.
Well, he is the biggest heel in the business.
Right now, yeah.
That's one of those moves. It's a lot of wasted movement, but it looks really cool.
If you can pull it off right, yeah.
But even pulling it off right, it's still a lot of wasted movement.
No, agreed. Like right now, this is completely wasted.
It was 3-on-1.
Catching Gulak and then dropping Gulak in a momentum building victory for Williams.
Here is your winner, Trick Williams.
Actually, good match.
How good that must feel.
Shorter than I thought it'd be.
Trick Williams,
And
as he now eyes
I don't know about that finisher, but
a bigger shark, as you would put it.
Oh, the spinning kick to the face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at this trick kick.
Oh, god damn. That drop kick. Make that drop kick his finisher, Jesus. Or even that uppercut. I think those both look better. And look like they'd be more impactful.
Was it a kick or a punch?
It was a kick.
Will Trick back up his talk and prove he's more than just a sidekick?
Excuse me, Baron Corbin, it looks like you're heading towards the ring. Do you have something you want to say?
Jeez, what gave that away? You really want to know what I have to say?
I do.
Good.
Baron's got a bit of a resurgence in NXT
I
as
liked
well.
Yeah, I like this Baron. Like it's an amalgamation of all his characters together.
Yeah. That Gable Steveson match was a complete and utter disaster though.
People
And I
were
feel-
cheering Corbin.
Yeah, it's not like that. It nothing worked. There was no chemistry. I feel bad. And part of why I feel bad, Gable trained at Ken Anderson's school, man. Like and like he knows what he's doing. Like it's not like it's a bullshit school or anything. Like that's a good place to learn, and I don't know if the nerves just got the best of him or what. He was just not on it. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do, because he, like, do they just cut their losses and not try to force him to work? You know what I mean? He's also not done competing on NCAA tournaments. He's got more tournaments coming up.
And
so
Olympics.
Like, I feel like maybe it might be best to just cut their losses with him. It is. I don't think it's going to work. People do not, like, unless you go the Dominic Mysterio route with him as a heel or something, but you are not going to get another Kurt Angle, Chad Gable out of Gable Stevenson, I don't think.
Honestly, in my opinion, you put Stevenson with Gable. Give him a chance to learn under that tree for a while and see what Gable can do with him to help him out. If Gable can't do something,
I mean, I get what you're saying, but they're expecting somebody to.
Just here for the lady to say fuck, 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 fuck.
Tommy!
Good seeing you, Tommy.
Got it working again, so you're welcome. Good to see you, Tommy. But I don't know. I think it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it at all. Because you got to remember this. Who was Kurt Angle under when he came in and had one of the greatest rookie years of all time? No one.
Yeah.
Who was Chad Gable under when he came in?
Technically, Triple H and NXT.
No one. That's just his boss.
Yeah.
He wasn't under Triple H was too busy to focus on one wrestler.
Right. No, I see what you're saying. I got you.
I think you're hindering Chad Gable by putting Gable Stevenson with him. Because there's just some people that get it and some people who don't. It's just the same. It's the same with, like, some of the greatest football players of all time retire and try to become coaches, and they're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Just because you are one of the best collegiate wrestlers ever doesn't mean it translates to WWE.
Right. And it's to make that analogy even more close knit, it's going from college to pro football. You know, you got some guys who get drafted who can't pick up the pro game. You know?
Yeah.
But we're awesome in college.
In the shadows of another. Or I fought my way out of the shadows.
That doesn't make any sense.
And when I return, I'll cast my own shadow over all of NXT.
He's saying that Dabakita, he's like, I fought my way out of the shadows of another person. The WWE Underground was before he was with Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
You know, the great thing about coming out here and getting to be me is I can say whatever the hell I want, and I don't have to worry about the repercussions. And what I say, I mean. Like when I tell you I took an Olympic gold medalist and I ran him out the building. No one's seen him since. He got a small taste of what we do, and I promise you, he's not coming back for seconds. Now I can stand here and
he might be done.
That everybody back in that locker room, back there watching the monitors, is a bunch of soft-ass little bitches. And week after week, day after day, hour after hour, they continue to prove me right. Now I come out here and I say burn the ships because I am ushering in a new era. No, not a new era of NXT. I don't care about this place. What I'm doing is I'm ushering in a new era of Baron Corbin. One where I take my place back in the main event, exactly where I belong.
Von Wagner? Really?
Wait a second.
I don't like this guy. I don't care what his story is.
In the NXT locker room? Well, listen, I'm sorry, man, but me,
It's nepotism at its finest.
in this building, and I think the whole world disagrees
is with that, man.
Well, thank you for your irrelevant opinion, but look, I'm very happy for you. You are no longer dressing like a knockoff Happy Corbin. I mean, you could have ironed your suit, but it is what it is.
Hey, oh my God, good one, Corbin. You're so funny, Corbin. That was great, man. I mean, does insulting people make you feel good? Look, I know what you want, right? You want to get back to the top of this place. And here's the thing. You could. You have the qualifications. The problem is there's one guy standing in your way. And that guy put Braun Breaker through a table last week, and his name is Von Wagner!
Yeah, we all know. I watched the show.
I'm glad
The
that you
caveman.
did. I'm glad that you watched, because I promised you he is just getting started.
This guy's just getting started. He's on a roll. He gets these people excited about tables. Hold on, wait a second. Why am I talking to you? Can he talk? Can you talk? Are you capable of that? You know what? Give him the microphone. Give him the mic.
I think the freedom that they've given Baron in NXT is really showing through, and like he's gotten like so much better so quickly.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no. Hey, give him the mic back. This was a bad idea. My mistake. Look.
Also, his stuff on TikTok with like cooking and stuff, everybody should go check that out.
Oh yeah.
If you want to make it in this business right here, you gotta learn to talk on the stick. Take me, for example. The very first episode of SmackDown Live on Fox in front of 4 million people, sold out arena. I stepped in the ring. I went toe-to-toe with the great one, The Rock himself. I didn't step back. I stepped up. That's what superstars do, Vaughn. That's what superstars do. That's why I make the big bucks. And Vaughn, if you want to make the big bucks, I suggest you follow me. Otherwise, you have a very, very, and I mean very long career of standing in the background with your arms crossed, security across your chest on this TV show every time we come through town.
You know what, Corbin? Maybe I haven't talked a lot, but maybe you just talk too damn much. And I have built a friendship with Stone, with his fancy lingo. You come out here week after week, it's the same old sob story. I'm tired of it, they're tired of it, everybody's tired of it. So next week, you can come out here with one of your 10 gimmicks. It doesn't matter if it's Happy Corbin, Sad Corbin, Bum-ass Corbin. I ain't gonna burn a ship down, Corbin. I don't even remember your other 8 gimmicks because they all sucked. I'm moving up the ladder around here, and your ass is in my way. So next week, at Heat Wave, I got a reservation for 1. And a table for 1. And your bald-headed ass is gonna get tabled. How do you like it now, Corbin? Well, this is what Corbin wanted, Booker.
Yes.
Oh, Booker, he's looking at you. And is he going to serve up the
Well,
reservation?
this is actually a pretty good way to get Von Wagner over.
Yeah.
Booker. Oh. Well, Corbin, Wagner, all the security trying to separate these two. But Booker, if it gets made official,
And there's security.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to give away the table spot now if you're going to have him in a match next week.
Oh yeah.
But this is another case of Baron can lose. Oh, there's Dominic. Baron can lose and it would be okay. It
Yeah.
won't hurt him. By the way, real quick, congrats to Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews on their engagement.
Yes. Congratulations to them.
The endless amount of mouth breathing basement dwellers that died inside when they saw that.
So Dom, how do you feel about dropping in on Heatwave?
You know what? I knew it was about to happen sooner or later.
Yes, mommy. Dragon, Lyra, I hope you guys know how to work as a team against Dirty Dom and Marty.
Which, by the way, Rhea is working overtime, man.
Don't keep us waiting.
Oh God, yes.
Like doing so much, but like her being down there with Dom, I think is more beneficial than just having Dom there. Like Dom pulls somebody, he's pulling people from Raw and whatever to watch. Rhea pulls everybody.
Oh yeah.
And her, and there, I know I've seen some people bitch about her current title reign. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's been overly dominant. Has it kind of sucked to see people like Indy Hartwell and others get kind of squashed? Yeah, but at the same time, you have made Rhea a fucking monster.
Yes.
And she is the most dominant champion next to Roman Reigns in the company right now. Well, and Gunther. But your champions are fucking dominant.
Mm-hmm.
Seth has been dominant. Like, the only one that you can't say has been dominant is right now the Io Sky, and that's because she just won the damn title.
Yeah. But honestly, I think this is the most dominant I've seen the title holders in a long time for any belt.
Well, there was a period from, I want to say, like maybe like 2004, 2005 to like a 10-year period all the way up to 2015, maybe even a little bit later, where like they were just hot potatoing title left and right. Like nobody held the title longer than like 6 months. Like that was an epic title reign, you know?
Yeah. And
He's
we were
had
happy
the
with
belt
it.
for 6 months. No, we were not happy. I wasn't happy. I complained about that all the damn time. But there was nothing we could do about it. But like, yeah, remember like John Cena. John Cena is a 16-time world champion. But if you add his title reigns together, I don't think it's even a year's worth.
Actually, hold on.
I can look it up.
Just saw... No.
For over 25 years, LoveSac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style.
Total.
Get messy. Get immersed.
Okay, so he had 1,400 days as champion combined out of those 16 reigns. So that's what? Almost 4 years. 1409.
Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed.
Yeah, it's almost 4 years.
Shop now only at Sleep Number.
Total by Verizon is wireless that goes all in with our no contract unlimited.
Yeah, so 3 3/4.
Plus Disney Plus. Now for a limited time, get a free.
So like, but you got to remember, like, what is Roman Reigns' current title reign? You know, he's gonna beat John Cena's combined days. He's already at 1,079.
So John Cena, just shy of 4 years.
Yeah, 3.86 is the exact amount.
Right. And Roman total has got more.
Yeah, in combined days, but just on this one, he's at 1,079.
Yeah, he's getting close to.
So he's literally, as of today, as of right now, he is 370 days shy of John Cena's full combined. Which I don't think he'll get to that limit on this one reign. I feel like the longest it goes is WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
But
finally lose to Cody.
Yeah.
So real quick, since we haven't done this in a long time, the current price for WWE stock is $112.90. $112.90.
citizens of North America. In recent times, the prestigious North American Championship has been carried by individuals who, regrettably, did not represent our great continent in the manner in which it deserves. I speak of the former champion, Wesley. I speak of the
Oh,
current
pulling back this gimmick.
Dominic Mysterio,
Yeah.
who spits in the face of family values and is a convicted criminal. Ladies and gentlemen, no. The people of North America deserve better. They deserve someone who is a champion both inside and outside of the ring. I am the North American champion that we need. I will elevate the North American Championship to unparalleled heights, all while inspiring millions across the continent that they too can do incredible things the right way. So I look to you.
Yeah, no.
Open your ears. Raise your heads. Realize that the time for a new North American champion is now. You will rise. You will reach out. You will take my hand and believe in a greater North American champion. Believe that in Ali you can trust.
Yeah, no. I want Dragon Lee to win it.
We want to remind everyone that WrestleMania is headed to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia next April for the first time in 25 years. WrestleMania is in Philadelphia. Tickets are available this Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern on Ticketmaster. Well, Wesley looking to punch his ticket to Heatwave and maybe even make his way to our next premium live event, No Mercy, as NXT champion.
This isn't our main event?
It's only 9.
Oh. I thought this would have been a main event.
Yeah.
What is after this?
Oh.
Because we already had the tag match, too.
I had the tag match.
Huh.
At NXT, No Mercy. He has certainly proven
Well,
how dangerous he can be.
Vic, I'm still getting over that.
we had the Trick Williams match. We've had a women's match. We haven't had a women's title match.
No, that was moving. My God, man.
He certainly
saved the world.
North America, but I understand what you're saying. For Mustafa Ali has set his attention on the North American title. These two setting their sights on the NXT Championship. Who will be the #1 contender? Who is headed to Heatwave next week to take on Carmelo Hayes? What is Hayes, our NXT champion, thinking right now, Booker?
Carmelo's the champ, Vic. I mean, there's no rest for the weary. And being the champ, I must say, it's the hardest job in this business. So I'm sure he's highly anticipating this matchup.
You know, when you were champion, you had to sit back, you had to watch, you had to wait during these sort of matches. How did you view these #1 contenderships when you were champion?
I mean, of course, you're studying.
I would like to see a Wesley versus Ricochet match.
And of course, you're looking for those
Yeah. I guess apparently Tyler Bates gonna face Joe Coffey.
Okay. This is what happens when you miss 3 to 4 weeks.
You're looking for the scoop to try to rinse it out. Trust me, he's thinking about it.
Dislocated his finger in that contest, did Dijak. Both, though, have had their ups and their downs since that meeting.
Of course they have. I mean, you look at these guys, they're fighters. They're willing to go out there and take on all competition, and that's one thing I've always liked about this kid, Wesley.
Take a look. Oh, Lee just dropping Dijak. Well, that brings up a good point, because you recently spoke about changing your opinion on Wesley.
No,
he's won you over.
No, he definitely won me over. I mean, this kid always say he's extraordinary. He's like the wind. You can feel him, but you can't touch him, but you know he's there. But I do agree. with Ali as far as Wesley shouldn't have taken that match with Dom Mysterio. I believe that.
Well, Wesley focusing on chopping down and keeping Dijak on the mat. As now Dijak trying to call a little bit of timeout, try to get some feeling back in that left leg.
You got 10 seconds, man. You got 10 seconds.
He's
Is it get dark in my room?
doing his job, but Wesley not taking the bait.
Not really.
Staying in the center of the ring. You know, you've given Wesley
I mean, most of your light is shining on like you and Cap and Hulk and Thing.
I've only got one light on right now.
Right.
Because this is pretty glary. So when I had the other light on, it like had a big glare spot. And if I glared at this, if I pointed the light this way, it glared off my TV, and then I couldn't see the TV.
Mm. But don't get me wrong, I like the setup. It looks good for you.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Good.
He would love to inflict the same sort of pain, but also earn himself a #1 contendership next week at Heatwave to become the NXT champion as Lee starting to fire back. And look, for Wesley was a tag team specialist. Now he's a single superstar. He's cited Hall of Famers such as Shawn Michaels and Edge for inspiration. And on
This
Friday
should
on
be a good
SmackDown,
match,
we saw
but
25 years of the rated R superstar Edge facing
starting slow.
Well, to me, it looked like Wesley was trying to start working on trying to possibly add a submission to his portfolio.
Into the post goes Wesley, and you know, come to think of it, we've seen Dijak focusing on the arm, the shoulder of Wesley. That's exactly what he did against Eddie Thorpe, the success he had against Eddie Thorpe weeks ago.
One thing Dijak don't have to worry about is defending championships or going out there pleasing the crowd or anything like that. It's about pain, man. It's about inflicting pain and mayhem and destruction. Oh, yes, here we go.
#1 contender in Lee.
So close,
able to kick out, and for Dijak, he has shown he is willing to go to great lengths in victory or defeat. Think back to Battleground. Think about the slugfest he had with Ilya Dragunov on that night.
Street justice. Street justice. That's what this man, Dijak, is all about. Hey, you know me, Vic. I love me some street justice.
We know Dragunov is headed to Heatwave to face Trick Williams. Will Dijak be the #1 contender to Carmelo Hayes' NXT title? He is trying to wear down Wesley, and you can just see the obvious size advantage. And you talk about Dijak's physical.
Thing is with Dijak, like, we've seen him like in his matches with Keith Lee and whatnot, that he could go just like Wesley goes. And I was kind of hoping that's what we're gonna get out of this match. I mean, maybe it's just a slow start.
And Lee now just got
Hmm.
into the steel post. Don't go anywhere. Don't miss a second of the action. Our picture-in-picture frame.
So I don't know if that's how this match is gonna go, because they're both focusing on like one body part.
Yeah.
Feels more methodical.
I mean, Wes is the leg and Dijak's the shoulder.
Hmm. Also not a huge fan of the picture-in-picture, but like I like it and I don't.
Yeah.
Definitely has its ups and downs.
Haha.
Ooh. I mean, that's something that should be going on here. He should be throwing him around a little bit more like that.
Yeah. Big guy, little guy, mathematics.
Yeah. But they're both seemingly going for like almost submission style. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Why are you echoing?
I'm echoing?
Yeah.
I have no idea. come out of this commercial break, they'll start picking it up. Maybe because they know they have a long run time. Because I think there's only the 2 matches left. Oh wait, no, didn't they say something about Thea Hale might have a match?
Yeah, they set up a match for her.
But is that this week or next week?
No, I think tonight.
Okay, so there's 2 other matches after this. Still, I mean, there's an hour left. Or, yeah, an hour.
Live on NXT, Dijak has been dominating this matchup, moving closer to defeating Wesley and punching his ticket to Heatwave. This was moments ago. Bam! Left shoulder first, which has been the body part of choice tonight, and then showcasing pure power as Dijak, who is continuing to wear down Wesley, and is Dijak closing in on heading to Heatwave, because we're getting into the late rounds of this matchup book. We're getting into the deep water, so to speak, as Lee turned it around and just spiked Dijak.
Damn.
Landed right there, Vic. Before that, he was very methodical in his approach and taking care of Wesley piece by piece. But right there, big shot.
Up, around, and then bam! And right now, Spike, do you think Wesley has the advantage in this deep water based on his track record as North American champion?
Dijak takes that so well.
Yeah.
This match right here, I must say, it's going to tell a whole lot about Wesley. Let's see if he can pull it out.
He going back down low. He was focusing on the knee, the ankle of Dijak early on, because when Dijak's down, he's the same size as Wesley. When they're on the mat, there's no size advantage. Lee realizes that, and now Lee swinging for the fences.
Yes, indeed. Dijak's a big guy. He carries a big punch. And oh, whoa. Looking for that knockout blow right there, Vic.
Oh, my God.
Size advantage be damned. Dijak rocked again. Is this
What?
it? Is this the moment? Oh. Dijak kicking.
Yeah, that was pretty damn impressive. For anybody not watching, Dijak went for a kick. Wesley caught his leg up on his shoulder and then proceeded to pick him up and basically one-arm powerbomb him. Like that. It's similar to like the Bobby Lashley slam where he picks a guy up with the one arm on against his chest and slams him down. Yeah, Wesley did that to Dijak.
The shoulder gave out Booker. And Dijak realizing it.
That was well done.
Nope, couldn't do it.
That was well done.
Yeah.
Could we be feasting our eyes on the new #1 contender? And his leg. Dijak's leg gave out. Pump kick under the jaw. Both these men giving it their all, Book.
Yeah, we're talking about those deep waters right now, Vic. We gotta wonder who's got more left in the tank.
On one leg, Dijak planning a little hot justice. And it is not Lee somehow got that left shoulder off the mat. Adrian Butler was so close to counting the 3. Take a look at the height. More importantly, bam, the nasty landing. And Dijak right there in position. But we got to give a lot of credit to Wesley. This is about becoming the #1 contender. This is about becoming the NXT.
The crowd chanting, "This is awesome."
It should have been over after that big shot right there. Dijak just delivered, but that's what impressed
Yeah, they picked up, but it doesn't feel like a match that either one of them would normally do.
I think that's one of the good things about it, though. Kinda.
And now here comes that nasty
Oh! Oh!
Dijak, and Wesley might be out.
Hey.
Oh!
Oh.
What was the word you used last week? Gnarly?
Yeah, that was
Oh, God.
gnarly right there, Vic.
And again. And look, Dijak wins on a countout. Dijak becomes #1 contender.
Doesn't matter, Vic. By any means necessary. It's all about the W right there. It's all about the pain.
As Dijak is pulling the stairs up, I saw a lot of people bitching about Cody Rhodes using the stairs in the Brock Lesnar match and not getting disqualified. That is going to be one of the dumbest takes I've ever heard from Wrestle Talk.
Yeah.
People get put through the announce table all the time. Now, if you pull out a table from underneath the ring and use it, you get disqualified. But people get thrown into the ring steps all the time, as we just saw. The
Right.
ring steps are part of the ring. People will pull the turnbuckle off. And as long as they don't get caught pulling the turnbuckle off, if somebody hits an exposed turnbuckle, the other person isn't disqualified. Nice ending, but I also don't like the distraction. Like that's happening way too often nowadays in wrestling.
Yeah.
Especially in WWE. I'm just not like.
To the NXT universe, but this the turning point. We heard from Eddie Thorpe earlier. He said he was coming for Dijak. Dijak didn't think it'd be tonight.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm really excited to see Thorpe versus Dijak. But oh, seeing Wesley pop his shoulder back into place in the corner.
Yeah.
Because Wesley is now the #1 contender. And every champion was once a contender who refused to give up. Will Wesley have his crowning moment next weekend? Heatwave, Lee Hayes for the NXT title.
Laura, did you see that?
Yes.
Dominic and Rhea's challenge?
Big mixed tag team match next week.
Yeah, you know, if it wasn't for Mommy, I would be the North American champion right now.
You would be, but don't worry about Rhea. I'm gonna kick her so hard that Dom feels it.
And Dominic, with that stupid face.
You're right, he does have a stupid face. But look, they get on so well together. We need to be that together.
Hey, whoa, tranquila, tranquila. You want me to get in trouble? I'm taken.
Oh, no, whoa, Dragon, no. I only mean they're always on the same page. We hardly know anything about each other.
I know this about you. El que es perico, donde quieras verde.
Sí. El que es perico. What?
You were born for greatness.
Dragon, in my country, what we'd say about you is Rocky Tussa Dira Kumbor.
Tacos? Rocky tacos? Rocky tacos.
Never mind. No. Next week, me and you, equipo.
Oh, of course, equipo. Tú y yo, equipo. Yeah.
Yeah, sí.
Yeah, equipo.
Equipo, me and you, next
Tyler
week.
Bate, you're seconds away from a match with Joe Coffey. This match was made official after an incident that occurred on Friday at NXT Live. Let's take a look.
Spaced out happy. Handed back 20 minutes after he's won it. Yeah, no, hold on. Absolutely pathetic.
I've known Joe Coffey for a long time. I know what he's like. But if he wants to come and cause some grief, I'd rather he didn't do so while I'm enjoying quality time with the NXT universe. Because clearly he's still bitter about his mates having lost the tag team titles. But Mackenzie, on my journey, I've learned never to react to an angry person with a fiery comeback, even if you think they deserve it. Now, I'm not about to let Joe Coffey's anger become my own. Because he needs to find balance. Serenity, if you will. Perhaps I can send him on a little trip to find it.
Well, focus, centered, and ready to compete.
I mean, this should be a really good match.
Hopefully.
Just, I don't know, it's kind of weird that your #1 contendership match was not your main event. And this isn't the main event either.
Yeah, so what is the main event?
Maybe they need a little vacation. Tyler Bate one-on-one with Joe Coffey next live on NXT.
We'll see how it goes. Another Edge commercial. Oh, stretch. Oh. email. It'll be interesting to see how Heatwave goes next week. I do like that they do these kind of like special episodes because they don't get a pay-per-view every month, and we've kind of gotten used to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and like AEW does the same thing where they do kind of like special episodes of Dynamite because they don't do pay-per-views every month. And I like that it kind of gives like, it gives big match feel, but you're still getting it on free TV. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn it. I had something I was going to say and it completely just left my head. Well, fuck it. Whatever.
Must not have been that important.
Yeah. But as we come down to the commercial break, we still got like 40, 55 minutes, 50 minutes, because it runs to 10:08 to 10 between 10:08 and 10:15.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who's in the chat, I know we're only got like 2 viewers right now, but it's all good. Make sure you join our Discord. There's also merch available, all that jazz. So jump on that. Also, if you're in our Discord, we have opened up a new channel on Discord. That's the Geeky Kitchen recipes. I will be posting recipes either the Friday or Saturday before the episode. That way you guys can get the stuff and get all the ingredients and everything you need in time. And then you guys can cook along with me on Wednesdays. So this week's recipes are garlic knots, Death's favorite to die for Chicago style pizza, and pudding as a dessert. So we'll be cooking those 3 together. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Really looking forward to that tomorrow. What's up?
Trying to do the /Discord/merch.
It's exclamation point. It's exclamation point.
Oh, that's why. It's been so long. And there we go.
You want to slay the Mad Dragon? Very courageous of you. But if you believe that Heatwave is some kind of noble crusade, and you're the knight in the shining armor, I promise next week, fantasy will not become reality. The heat you're feeling, it's not you warming up, no. It's your own hubris burning you down. I expect you to bring that supreme confidence, the charismatic swagger, and an admirable courage, because I'm bringing that raging fire. Next week will be a fight. A difficult one to overcome. But next week, Trick, you will understand that I am more dangerous than you can.
I don't know how this match will go.
We can talk about fire and rage. Well, there is Wesley, the #1 contender who has the championship contract in hand for his NXT title match next week at Heatwave against Carmelo Hayes.
Because like Trick Williams and Dragunov both kind of need the win.
I think Dragunov can lose it more than Trick can.
I mean, but as he's returned, he's really kind of stuck in limbo. I don't know. I just don't know.
Diggity dog, NXT No Mercy is headed to Bakersfield, California on Saturday, September 30th. Tickets are available now at AXS.com.
I'm glad to see they make Gallus actual heels instead of that like weird betweener thing they were doing for a while.
For Joe Coffey, he's not worried about
Yeah, it was a little odd.
worried about right here, right now. Certainly he and the rest of Gallus had their eyes on our opener here tonight for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Vic, you know why he's so upset? Because that Heritage Cup. He could be going for a championship right here tonight on NXT if it wasn't for this man, Tyler Bate, being such a coward, not wanting to defend the cup. Oh yes, that's what it was about. He didn't want to defend it.
What cup?
The Heritage Cup.
Are you talking about Noam Dar's big cup from last week? You gotta get off
Is it me, or do a lot of the British wrestlers wrestle in what look like underwear?
Well, I mean, that's a kind of standard brief style, from back in the day. That was almost every wrestler wore that. And you still get quite a few of them on the main roster if you really pay attention. But what they do that others don't is they wear, like Kofi, or Joe Coffey's at least got like real boots on. But they don't wear knee pads.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. New Day, they're onto something too.
See how it worked out for those guys, right?
Yeah, that's always confused me.
As we get back into this, let's talk about Tyler Bate. How does being a strong-minded superstar, how is that going to help him? He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't cave in. As right now, he just clocked Wolfgang, but a cheap shot because the official was distracted by Mark Coffey.
This is another one where you've got distractions on the outside and
I'd like to see a clean win in or whatever our main event is tonight. Like no distractions, nothing like that, just a clean win.
Yeah.
As Joe Coffey now in full control of this match. What does Coffey gain by his actions over the weekend? He interrupted a Tyler Bate meet and greet with the NXT Universe.
What are you talking about? What did they gain?
What does he gain?
It's about mind games. It's about putting your opponent on the heel.
While rolling through and a kick out.
Yes, and right there. When you saw the Coffey brothers, excuse me, not the Coffey brothers, but the Gallus boys roll up, you got to know the environment, man. That was a game walking up on you right there, dog.
Well, look at Bate right now, going to the body, going up, going down, turning this into a boxing match almost, trying to turn it into a slugfest as he finally decleats Joe Coffey. And it was Bate who said he will not allow Joe's anger to become his own as Bate. Putting on the brakes, charging right back in is Coffey. Nice counter, and there's that unique offense. Knee lift connects under the jaw. Bate setting his sights on Coffey. Uppercut connects.
Tyler Bate, I like this kid. He's cool, calm, collected under pressure. And it's all about the meditation. Thinking about, the mind all the time. That's one thing this kid got going for. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot right there.
By Joe Coffey. These two have battled in championship tournaments. They fought all over Europe. They, however, are not the same superstars they were before as they are meeting here one-on-one. And what goes around must come down in Bate. Might take a little bit out of himself. Can't even capitalize.
Not the same superstars because they've grown so much since those days back in the NXT UK. Right now, it's all about business, dog.
And Bate got
nice catch.
One too many times, and now Joe Coffey, German suplex with a bridge, and kick out by Bate at the last possible moment. And Gallus has always taken issue with a certain strong style of Bate, and that some others had in mind as well. As Bate taking it to Coffey now, able to turn things around. Tyler Driver 97 counter.
Yeah, that's familiarity right there with these guys, Vic. Knowing how to counter one move to the next, being one step ahead. But here we go, Tyler Bate on the move. Oh, yes!
Oh, wow.
Bate take it to the air. Wiping out Coffee.
Oh,
Very nice.
okay.
That's Dabba-Kato.
Interference.
Take no prisoners attitude. Getting his hands on Coffee and well arrested Gallus. But what's no Bate. Bate trying his best to fight back and oh my god.
Okay.
Dabba-Kato now casting his shadow over all of NXT.
Okay. All right.
Talk to us about what went down with Von Wagner this evening. I'd say it was pretty obvious. I step in the ring and I just say it how it is. If someone gets offended, you know what? That's their problem. But at least Vaughn had the balls to come out there and say something. Now after next week at Heatwave, he's gonna... Corbin.
What is this crap that I'm hearing about you versus Von Wagner next week at Heatwave? No, I'm not finished with him yet. So...
You're not finished with him? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, you look pretty finished when he put your ass through the table and stood over your body.
Okay. Well, good luck next week. Just know, I'll be watching.
Look, I know you intimidate everyone in this building. I'm not everyone.
Well, from two superstars.
It looks like we might get a Braun Breaker Baron Corbin thing.
Next on NXT.
Like
Might be a
Braun
way to
Breaker's
bring-
gonna interfere.
Yeah, but it also might be a way to bring Braun Breaker back to the face, being a face, before he goes up to the main roster.
Maybe. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again.
All good.
Tickets aren't that expensive for No Mercy. It's a shame it's all the way out in Bakersfield. Interesting. Yeah, flights are insane though. That's definitely not gonna happen. Oh, ow. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh damn, it is back to school time, isn't it? Wow. Years kind of flown by. Hmm. So we're gonna get Nathan Frazier's talk show next, and I guess the Thea Hale match. We're gonna have 30 minutes in the show. So possibly 2 more matches. don't imagine this talk show segment going super long.
Well, we've got what, half to 45 minutes left.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes left from 32
now.
minutes.
Yeah. Either way,
If we're getting that Thea Hale match tonight, and then we got this talk show segment, it's got to be another match, right?
maybe.
I guess maybe not. It doesn't have to be. If the talk show segment goes 10 minutes, although I don't see it going that long. This is kind of this is pre-recorded, so this will be a 5-minute segment.
Okay.
Yours truly, Nathan Fraser. Now, if you didn't know, Florida is really freaking hot right now, and the searing temperatures will come to a boiling point at the annual sizzler that is NXT Heatwave, and it'll be a hell of a show. However, I have a vested interest in, well, myself when I defend the true, legitimate NXT Heritage Cup against Supernova 11, the mouth of metaphor, the professional fraud himself, Mr. Noam Dar. Now, it took some negotiations with Tyler Bate to get Noam to finally admit that his version of the cup is not real.
Hello! Is this on? Is it working? Hear me now! Live from the moon, welcome to Supernova Sessions with the magnificent Metaphor in attendance. And we're interrupting your scheduled programming, which appears to be some freaky, speedy lunatic ranting about me.
Oh, no, I'm always prepared for these types of scenarios, and quite frankly, I knew you'd pull something like this, because you always were kind of a weird one. I mean, you've cradled that cup like a baby ever since you actually were the champion.
What do you mean, actually the champion? I'm still the champion. I'm the greatest Heritage Cup champion of all time. Most reigns, longest reigns, most handsome, cosmic left foot. I only deal in facts. We only deal in facts. And we're done with your ridiculous conspiracy theories. So next week, Nathan, normality shall resume.
Conspiracy theories? All right, okay, well, I'm going to ask you just a very simple question. Which cup is real, mine or yours?
Why does it matter? You did not beat me. No, you didn't. You beat Menza.
Oh, come on, Noam. Don't be a politician now. Give me a straight answer. You literally already said it last week.
I will admit to nothing.
All right, okay.
Nothing.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape. How about this? Tyler graciously gives you back the cup, and I'll even give you a shot at the legitimate Heritage Cup at Heatwave if you admit that that cup is a joke. This is.
I'll admit to nothing. But technically, that is the original cup that Menza lost. That I originally won, that you never beat me for, and Menza lost it. Come on, use it. You really did. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Wow! Wow! The stupid boy is trying to make me look stupid.
Mate, I'm not doing a single thing here. You're doing a mighty fine job of that on your own. Oh, wait, that reminds me. The studio folks actually hooked me up with something that I like to call the fraud alarm. So every single time you tell a lie, I will press this here button and let the fine audience at home know.
Nathan, you don't need that. Because I don't tell lies.
No, of course you don't. Wait, quickly remind us, where are you talking to us from again?
Oh, it's easy. We're live from the moon.
And real quick, who's the true NXT Heritage Cup champion?
Me.
Calm down. We're good.
Nathan, I want you to have your fun. Enjoy yourself, you thief. Because I'll see you next week at Heatwave. And I'm going to rip you apart. It is over for you, because I'm going to take back what's rightfully mine. I'm done with it. Why is he allowed to answer back? Check, please. Thank you. Bye-bye. He's not allowed to. Let's get out of here. We're done with it.
Oh my goodness.
What a guy. You know, next week we're going to settle the score once and for all, but just know this. The real Heritage Cup is going to stay in my lovely trophy cabinet. For now, though, I'm going to love you and leave you. I've been Nathan Fraser, and this has been enlightening. Peace.
Okay.
Not bad.
I love Noam Dar and I love Nathan Frazier in the ring. I have not really liked any of the Supernova 11 sessions or any of the talks. Like, none of it has really done anything for me.
Mm.
We're gonna get JC Jade versus Thea Hale. They've got 28 minutes.
But here comes a superstar who you compare to a rock star.
Yes, indeed, JCJ. Get ready to play all the hits, baby. And trust me, I hope you got your ticket to ride because it's about to be on, dog.
I think splitting up Toxic Attraction ended up being a bad idea. It hasn't really worked out. It hasn't really worked out for either one of them.
Yeah.
Book, it's kind of obvious right now. There is certainly a disconnect between Thea Hale and Chase University.
Oh, man, Thea Hale definitely has a gripe. She has a reason to feel this way, Vic. And the thing is, you got to agree with her, right? You got to feel her pain, right? Right, Vic? Right, please.
I can understand certain aspects of it, Booker, but I think to a deeper issue here is your issue with Andre Chase. What's your problem with Andre Chase? He did what he thought was right. He did what he thought was protecting Thea Hale in a situation.
My problem is he threw in the towel. That wasn't his job. The referee has a job to have the wherewithal, understanding, and know how to do his job. It was called a submission match for a reason, Vic. Don't you get it? Don't you get it, Vic? Don't you get that?
I do, but Andre Chase wasn't doing the official's job. He was saving Thea Hale from herself.
Like I say, Vic, you got to be able to fight through adversity in this business.
Well, look,
It's called a pain game for a reason.
Andre Chase got this match scheduled to help Hale let out some anger, let out some frustration. Will she do just that as she's in control of JCJ?
Interesting.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes and if this is our main event or not.
Anyways.
Also, it's gonna be interesting.
So what are you cooking tomorrow?
It's gonna be garlic knots, Death's favorite Chicago pizza, and pudding. All from scratch, for the most part.
Nice.
Part of what I try to do, this is like, as an example, one of the recipes calls for minced onions, but I'm going to cheat the system a little bit and use, dehydrated minced onions for it. Because part of what I want to do is I don't want it to be where, some people just don't know how to do that kind of stuff. They've never cooked before. They're trying to learn how to cook that kind of stuff. So I try to make the recipes as simple as possible. Now, there are times when I will do the exact opposite. And I wanted to this time because part of the recipe calls for Parmesan. I hate powdered Parmesan. I think that stuff is complete and utter garbage. So I was looking for an actual block of Parmesan and I was going to shred myself. They didn't have that, so I got an in-between. I got fresh grated Parmesan. Or, well, as fresh as you can get it. So it'll be better. I just don't like that stuff. It's on so this stuff is actually you have to keep it cold. It's actual cheese. It's not powdered cheese substitute. So it'll be better. But yeah, I mean, this one's going to be a lot of baking. because you got to bake the garlic knots and you got to bake the pizza.
Right.
A little bit of stovetop work because we got to, you know, cook the pudding and cook the spaghetti or the pizza sauce.
Marinara sauce?
Oh, no. It's not quite a marinara.
Okay.
It's a fresh tomato pizza sauce. Although it is canned tomatoes, but it's not a marinara sauce per se.
Okay.
And I get to use my springform pan, which I'm really happy about.
Congratulations.
Because I love my springform pan.
It's a lot of commercials.
Yeah, a lot of commercials. There we go.
And it has been the JC Jane show throughout the commercial break. We witnessed Jane turn the complexion of this match around. Booker, this was moments ago. Bam! A vicious neck breaker. Center of the ring followed up with, ooh, the senton, which drove the air out of Hale's lungs and was a near fall for JC Jane. When you take a look at this matchup, we talked about Thea Hale being close to the title earlier. The NXT Women's Championship picture is wide open. Every match is so crucial.
Yes, indeed. Everybody's jockeying.
Like, I'm not doubting that these two could go another 20 minutes. I just don't see them giving them another 20 minutes to go. So there has to be another match, another segment or something.
No clue. It might be the main event.
Oh, and throat first. Went Thea Hale right back in and gets dropped by Jane.
Why you don't want to talk about that, Vic? Why you don't want to talk about the topic?
I want to move on and focus on the matchup as Jane close to another victory. Almost is able to get back on track. I mean, the time could be right for Jane here tonight. Thea Hale is not in the right mindset, so to speak, to be in this matchup.
JC Jane just needs to remember who she is. The main attraction of one of the hottest factions in NXT's history. Oh yes, remember who.
Exposing the turnbuckle like that feels like it won't be much longer. In some matches, you can expose that turnbuckle 5 minutes in and have a 45-minute match before it's ever used. But I don't think you're going to get that in NXT. I also don't think you're going to get that with these two.
The help from two people, and it's not the two that's out here. I'm talking about BAAACK and Dempsey. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they were trying to, raise their own resumes, so to speak. But Thea Hale right now bleeds red and black. She bleeds Chase University. Andre Chase again got this matchup for her to let out this rage, to let out this aggression, and that's what Hale's doing. Into the cover, the count, and Jane. Whoa. How close was that?
You think for 1 second Andre Chase got Thea Hale that dismatch for that reason? You believe that?
Yes, I heard what he said. Hale looking for, a neck breaker of her own, countered by Jane. Jane with a knee.
Oh, beautiful knee right there. Beautiful strike.
Jane one more time, measuring, swing and a miss, right back there. Kimura. Thea trying to lock in the Kimura, and Jane able to break the hold. Hale realizing, and then she got dropped. Jane now trying to rally, catch and release with a spine buster.
Beautiful return.
This would be a huge win for Jane. Into the cover, and Hale able to kick out, keep that Chase U fighting spirit alive.
Keep the momentum going, JC. You're on a roll right now. Let's cash it in.
I thought that when she went into the Kimura that she was going to drive her into that exposed turnbuckle, because the back was always a big part of the whole throwing in the towel storyline thing.
Jane doesn't want to get disqualified.
You can look in the eye of JC Jane right now. She's calculating, Vic.
And Joe.
The hell is going on?
Andre Chase just protected Thea Hale. Chase is right. Chase what was doing. Inside cradle. Shoulders down. Inside cradle. No, not like this.
Here is your winner, JC Jane.
Hmm.
Mis nietos, recuerden lo que siempre les dije. Cuando estamos en la cima del mundo, tenemos familia. Cuando la vida nos derriba, todavía tenemos familia.
Escúchame. What are we doing? Are we chasing women? Are we chasing glory? Wake up!
Si pierdes, no se desquite el uno con el otro. Cuando pierdes, tu primo pierde. El tiempo ha llegado. No más juegos, no más distracciones. Arranca tu pasado para un nuevo comienzo. Pero un nuevo comienzo juntos.
Last two. Go. One.
Okay.
Two. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Easy money,
sir.
no doubt, man.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Told you I'd be back. Contract in hand this time. Only thing left, most important signature of the night.
Hey, man. Congrats, you did it, but I'll see you next Tuesday.
I said I'm not waiting. See you out there, champ.
Hey, you know, hey, yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna handle that.
So we're gonna do a contract signing.
Interesting.
Still have 15 minutes. I'm sure at least
Still-
one more commercial break, but
Maybe, maybe not.
And it looks like we're about to put pen to paper. Look, we're going to have an impromptu contract signing for the NXT Championship match for Heatwave next week.
yeah, in fact, if they're going to commercial now, it might be 2 more breaks.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Hmm.
So we'll see how
Anyways.
it goes. I am so kicked. I am so laid out. Like, I'm so tired. I haven't slept in like 3 days.
I understand.
So I'm just like, I am so chilling right now. I love this couch. Also, next time we do a subathon, I'll have a good place to rest.
Yeah, and you can stay on camera. Mm.
Oh shit! I just realized I don't know where my pizza cutter is. I think I have an idea.
You think?
Yeah, I think I know where it is. At least I know where to look. I was just thinking in my head of all the stuff I'm gonna need for tomorrow. I'm gonna go over that, make sure it's all prepped tonight, and I gotta move all this crap out there tomorrow. That's the one bad thing about it all is having to move all the equipment out there and then move it back. And I'm like,
Right.
man, was Wednesday the right day to do this? I think Wednesday's a pretty good day to do it, though.
Yeah, Wednesday's a good day to do it.
It's just a pain in my ass having to move the equipment out there and then move it back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I'm sure over time you'll find a more convenient way to take care of that.
Short of me getting a second laptop or a desktop for in here and getting backup camera and all that stuff to where I could just kind of leave it out there. No. There's no convenient way to do it. I need to change out that tripod on that light. Maybe not. I gotta pee, but we're almost done, so I don't want to go.
I understand.
We only got 10 minutes left.
I don't think there's going to be more commercials. I think this is going to be the final segment.
Yeah, I think so too. I think also they don't necessarily have to go to 10:08. I think they're just given the grace of the overrun.
Don't know.
When a superstar is born, no one sleeps on it.
And it just occurred to me that we have not seen her all episode.
You're right.
You are just it. And I'm
Does she not even have a match next week?
24 years old. I am this fat and nowhere near my prime. I'll see everyone next week at Heatwave. Toodles.
Yeah, but against who?
Graces with her presence next week, but it's official. Judgment Day issued the challenge, having to know it would be accepted. Dragon Lee will team with Lyra Valkyria to face the North American champion Dirty Dom and the women's world champion Rhea Ripley. Mixed tag team matchup at Heatwave. Whose fire will burn more? After weeks of altercations, these two will finally fight. Can Trick prove he's more than a sidekick, or will Dragunov prove he's more dangerous than ever? We find out next week at Heatwave. And the debate ends next week as Nathan Frazier will put the NXT Heritage Cup on the line against the former champion Noam Dar. No shenanigans, no more counterfeit cups. The real Heritage Cup champion will be determined at Heatwave. And there's a table for one. After the fight that broke out, this has now been made official. Corbin Von Wagner will slug it out at Heatwave next week live here on USA. And both champion and challenger live for these moments. The number one contender, Wesley, will get his opportunity to become the champion as he faces Carmelo Hayes, who looks to continue his dynasty. The NXT title is on the line next
I don't see Carmelo Hayes losing next week. Not on TV. Like, it would be a pay-per-view.
And it looks like we're about to do just that.
Please welcome the NXT champion, Carmelo Hayes.
When it comes to the champion, Booker,
appreciate you, Alicia. Hey, quiet down. Come on, Melo. You've been in the back signing things all day. Time for you to sign the most important thing, though.
Hey, Wes, you real close to turning me back to the old me. You better chill.
I don't know what that means. But I don't really know about anything of your lifestyle nowadays. Jet setting on vacations, sitting on the beach, drinking champagne, like...
Hey, you know what? No, I'm gonna stop you there. That's the problem. See, everybody thinks because I hold this championship, it's so luxurious. Yeah, it comes with perks, but with perks comes responsibility, Wes. And look, there's no doubt in my mind, were you one of the greatest North American champions of all time? Absolutely. Did you carry that championship with prestige and honor the same way that I did? Yes. But until you step out of those shoes and walk a mile in my studded loafers, don't talk to me about how easy you have it, Wes. Because you take a couple L's, you face a little adversity, and you start to fold like a chair on the Alabama boardwalk. Let's talk about it.
Nice.
So, Wes, next week is your shot to take that title. But I'm not convinced that you can be him.
Can't be him. Dog, what makes you think I want to be him? Do you know how many times in my career I've been told that I can't do something? See, when you first got here, you were one of the chosen ones. It was all gravy for you, but that wasn't the same for me. Back when I was in the military and my supervisors found out that I was even trying to do this, they thought that I was crazy. Not just because of the job itself, but because they took one look at me and said that I can't. Fast forward a couple of years, now I'm out here blazing my own trail trying to make it to the WWE. And again, here come the doubters saying, you can't. It was a hell of a ride to get here. But damn it, I set up shop, became a two-time tag team partner, and then when I lost my tag partner, it all started again. Wes, you can't break out as a single star. Wes, you will never become a champion. Wes, you can't do this. Wes, you can't do that. But Wes did. I became the North American champion. I became the greatest North American champion in history. Anybody out there have that on your bingo card a couple years ago? If you did, good job checking it off. I know I didn't. But as a matter of fact, who did I take that championship off of, Mello?
Hey, no. No, hey, hold on. You won that North American championship, but you didn't beat me for that championship. That's just the truth. That's the same championship that I got the most eyes on. The same championship that nobody was given the time of day till I put it on the map, till I put on bangers in front of these people for months, not once, but 2 times, Wes. But this isn't about the North American Championship. This is all about the NXT Championship, my NXT Championship. And though I agree with 90% of everything that you're saying, man, I feel you. I really do. But next week at Heatwave, you can't beat me.
See, there you go with the can'ts again. Can't. Dog, do you know how many years I have turned doubters into believers? You aren't even my biggest doubter. Neither are these fans here. It's myself. Because every single time that someone said that I can't do something, it resonated within me. It sat deep inside my brain, but no more. I will not fail anymore. Now sign the damn contract.
Gladly, Wes. Because everybody knows, man, you've earned this. It was only a matter of time before you had this shot, but let me tell you one thing, man. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, my boy. Because next week, it's not Mellow don't miss. It's Mellow can't miss.
An odd TLC reference.
Yeah. I wonder why.
I'll see you at Heat Wave.
I gotta be honest, I'd have been scared to do that shit. That shit break wrong or not break it the right. Oh, I'd have been scared to do that.
Cool.
I'd have been scared of breaking my ankle or some shit on that one. Well, that was NXT, the road to Heatwave, because I was misinformed, but that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today. You know what to do on the socials. Make sure you tune in every single week. We are back. And tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern, the Geeky Kitchen will be in full, whatever, the full bake? I don't know, something. It'll be there. Fucking just tune in. God damn it. Metaphors suck. Seriously though, yeah, please tune in tomorrow night for the Geeky Kitchen episode 2. It's going to be a good one. And then we got Thursday night, the Geeks and Noobs, as always, 8 p.m. Eastern. Kel has gotten back from the Smoky Mountain Fan Fest. If you guys have seen my TikTok, he sent me a video of the one and only Jason Marston giving us a huge shout out. So that was cool. So yeah, make sure you tune in to those episodes, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
I hit the wrong button. Here we go.